Welcome back to Raw is Retro on the Sharpshooters YouTube channel. I am your host, Ross. With me, as ever, is Lord Manny Hayes.
I'm here. As always, I'm glad to be on this side of the screen once again because I hate hosting these because Ross
The
brings
pressure on this side.
some energy to the intro, which I can never really bring or replicate. If you can tell from several episodes where Ross wasn't on, the replication of this was incredibly difficult.
I've been trying to do like regular audio podcasts whilst I've been here, and they've been when I'm getting home from work at 9 o'clock in the evening. It's like my NFL one, 1st and 10 NFL show. Go and listen. But where we are, my daughter's bedroom is literally right there, so I've been like this. Hello and welcome to the 1st and 10 NFL podcast.
Oh, smooth and sultry, Ross.
Yeah, I know. Like it's a late night NFL chat. She is currently not in bed, so I've got all the energy right now, which is good because this episode of Raw, we're in a hot streak right now. We're on the road to Survivor Series. The Austin McMahon thing is at its almost peak, I'd say, at this point. It continued for a long time, but I don't think it ever really got much better than this, did it?
No, but outside of like the more memorable episodes where things you'll remember, this is probably one of my favorite episodes for how petty Vince McMahon is during this entire show. Just going around telling people fuck you, essentially.
Yeah, Vince has had enough at this point. We start the show with a big long promo. But my favourite part of this is when he says if Vince wants to remain employed, he can have his job back as a referee. Lovely.
And if he doesn't do well as a referee, ring crew, back to being ring crew.
Which is brilliant. Like, I love that because maybe not a lot of people would have realised that Shane was a ref back in the day, or that he probably did help put the ring up and all sorts of stuff like that. So, yeah, I like it. We get the fact that Austin was going to face the Boss Man. I mean, great.
In the tournament, yeah.
Yeah, Boss Man's not happy, is he really?
Boss Man never looked happy.
No, he doesn't. I really enjoyed him, like all the way through this. Though, whenever Vince is chatting, he's just there, just spinning his nightstick around, just doing like loads of cool stuff. I feel like if he didn't ever have to wrestle, it'd be fine.
Yeah, and then Boss Man, they preference that someone will serve hard time tonight, as the cage is above the ring.
Yeah. Foreshadowing for the Boss Man to be hung in a couple of years'
time. The
blue
cage as well, people. The blue cage, not just the cages you have today. The blue cage.
We get an advert for StoneCold.com, which isn't a thing anymore. If you click on it, it takes us to his page on the WWE website.
Oh, how boring.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm sure he must have a website out there somewhere. It's probably his own one, though. We get our first match of the evening, which is a 3-on-3 tag match. The Outlaws and X-Pac taking on the Brood, essentially. They'll not be called the Brood yet, have they?
No. But this doesn't.
This is their first time as a threesome, isn't
it?
No,
because Kane's mad. End. Kane's mad from last week, and he comes out and gets everyone.
Kane is pissed, and he does literally just destroy everyone. This is what Kane should be doing. He's an absolute beast at this point. I was just
this is during this with
I was just marveling at the shape of Kane. He's just such a big lad.
This is preference with Undertaker and Paul Bearer turning on Kane.
Yeah. What we got before Kane decided to interfere in this though was like really good action. Christian and X-Pac going at it was really enjoyable, and you can see like little bits of edge that obviously would become like some of his moveset later down the line. So like I say, I always enjoy seeing the Outlaws, but yeah, Kane is very, very unhappy. I wouldn't want to be facing Kane at any point in the future, really. We get a break where we see Michael Cole tries to catch up with Vince. Bossman goozles Kane.
So this is funny because last week when Shane did his shit to Vince and Vince was upset. Michael Cole asked him how's he feeling. So Vince decided Boss Man is gonna essentially strangle Michael Cole. and then Vince McMahon asked him how is he feeling.
Yeah, love it. I really like Petty Vince. It's so funny. Our next match, actually, we see a recap first of the Hardy Boys defeated LOD 2000. So they're on a great run, aren't they? LOD 2000 at this point.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys who aren't the Hardy Boys that we come to know and love at this point either.
Well, technically we will, because I think that's what, May? Next?
Yeah,
I think that's around May.
Corner, really, isn't it? Yeah. It's not far off. But we get Droz versus Hawk. Nobody wants to see this.
Nobody needed to see this.
No. Hawk's drunk. And Droz beats him up, basically. It's just terrible. A little terrible segment. Every week, these are just terrible, terrible segments.
But the best segment of the show happened next.
Is this Vince with Cornette?
Vince with Cornette.
He doesn't like his jackets. He hates his commentary. He wants to stop it being this wrestling crap.
If you can't stop with this 1980s wrestling crap, he can get the hell out of the WWF. He's still the same today. He hasn't
Vince
got
is ahead of the game
1980s.
It's 24 years ago. Vince was on this. No one was wise to it. Michael Cole has recovered from his assault, and he's going to talk to Mankind and Al Snow. He wants to know why they'll be any different this week, and then Snow and Mankind just argue about who's crazier, basically. I feel they're both level crazy, but just crazy in different ways.
Yeah.
ZZ Top are in the building, and for the sake of transparency, this is where I fell asleep at 3 o'clock this morning trying to watch this. So I will read through the website whilst Manny fills in the details. We get our next match, which is Mankind and Al Snow versus Golga and Kurgan. I mean, I feel like I've missed an absolute banger here, Manny.
It actually wasn't that bad, because it's more of Mankind Al Snow antics.
Oh, okay, nice.
And Mankind looks for Socko. He can't find Socko, so he's gone and left Al Snow on his own.
Two big fellas.
Yeah, and then Kurgan chokeslams Al Snow, and then we get Golga splash for the win.
Oh, poor Al Snow. Poor Al Snow. We get a backstage segment with McMahon with Boss Man. Is Shaq there?
Yes, he tries to tell. He tells Shaq to get the hell out of backstage because he hasn't got a backstage pass. And then Shaq's like, "I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I don't need a backstage pass.
I'm 7 foot and 300 pounds."
And then Shaq just sits back down and then mouths that he's an arsehole to the camera, and he's not leaving. But he's hanging out with Scott Taylor and Bob Holly, of all people.
What? This is Shaq. This is 98. He's a huge star. What are you doing hanging around with those clowns? Mental. We get our next match, which is Goldust versus Regal, which just looking at that sounds like it'd be a great match because those two are very, very good wrestlers. Yeah, no, maybe not in 98. No, both had kind of serious drink and drug problems at this point. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe, and then this is also playing off the storyline of Marlena or Terry Reynolds being pregnant with Val Venus's baby, which turns out not to be. Well, Val Venus has told her, "You're pregnant, not we're pregnant." And she's decided to come out and try and get on Goldust's good side. But then Angry Kane comes back out and chokeslams everyone, and then tries to chokeslam Marlena. Pregnant Marlena.
Yeah. Blimey.
Kane's clearly got a history with pregnant women.
He's got issues.
And then a bunch of WWE officials come down, and Tony Gurria takes a chokeslam instead.
Wow. Awesome, Kane. I'm liking this Kane though. He's pretty good.
This is the
He's just
monster
doing
we
what Undertaker
expect
did a few
Kane,
weeks
yeah.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Taker did this last time I was on this show. Like, he just came out and ruined every single match that he could do.
Yeah, but that was Undertaker and Kane because they got called putrid pussies.
Yes,
I
it
think.
Do we get the hardcore title? Is that what happens now? I'm just trying to read through
so
wow,
Vince
nice.
McMahon rewards Mankind with the hardcore title, which is the smashed up winged eagle.
With the duct tape, isn't it? With hardcore written across it, if I remember rightly. Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
with hardcore written across it in Sharpie. Mankind loves it. And then Mankind's now calling Vince Dad. Because yeah.
I didn't realise that we got that belt quite so soon. That to me, that seems more like a 2000 thing, where the hardcore stuff really kind of kicked off. Majorly.
Yeah, I think it kicked off because what was it, Hardcore Holly that made it a 24/7 title?
Yeah, him and Crash, wasn't it, going back and forth?
Yeah,
yeah. Oh well. Our next match is the first match in the Warzone, second hour of Raw, is the Ken Shamrock versus The Rock. I mean, I haven't seen this.
Can I just point out this show is sponsored by Cool Borders 3, and that was an incredible game.
It was. Cool Borders was brilliant. Yeah, I remember that.
Cool Borders.
Yeah, but yes, our next match is the match that I've seen a million times already. And if you've watched this podcast throughout the year, you would have heard us talk about The Rock versus Ken Shamrock over and over again.
I feel like I wake up and just imagine Ken Shamrock versus The Rock. I just wake up.
You sent a picture to our group, didn't you, the other day, saying it's November and it's still happening.
I close my eyes and I see Ken Shamrock versus someone in the nation.
Getting hit by a chair with The Rock, basically. Yeah, terrible. I mean, The Rock, it's a DQ finish, isn't it? Because air shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, 8 minutes. That's long for a match at this point.
It's long for a DQ finish.
Well, yeah, at least give it a finish after 8 minutes. Like, you can bury Shamrock at this point. The Rock isn't losing anything, really, is he?
Oh yeah, the stipulation was if The Rock doesn't win, he's out of the tournament. Yeah. So he's now out of the tournament.
Oh no! However, will he win the title a few weeks from now? Yeah, we see The Rock. He's backstage kicking over chairs. He's pissed off. He's flipping furniture, and he's looking for that piece of trash, Vince McMahon. Got a pissed off Rock looking after a petty Vince. This is going to be fun. We get Jeff Jarrett with Deborah taking on Val Venus. Is it? I've not seen the episodes that I've missed. Is Deborah a thing with Jarrett now, or is this her first?
Yeah, she's now his business manager or something.
Yeah,
they've got rid of Tennessee Lee. It's clearly an upgrade.
I mean, yes, a massive upgrade. To be honest. Deborah's not a massive racist, I don't think. So,
yeah. And then this match ends at the DQ because the Blue Blazer comes out to beat up.
The Blue Blazer is here. Wow. Yeah, Owen Hart in his alter ego gimmick rocks up.
And then JR's like, "That's clearly Owen Hart. Look at his nose."
I mean, that's a Lawler line straight out of JR's mouth. That is outrageous. We see Vince McMahon backstage. He's talking. He tells him that The Rock has threatened his life. He's destroying property. So he wants The Rock arrested now.
Ross, this is white privilege. This is white privilege. This is like height of the Karen movement.
Yeah, that's not his property. He's renting this building for the night. Like... Yeah, that's fair. But he's now feuding with The Rock and Stone Cold. At least The Rock for a few weeks anyway, until it all becomes clear what's happening. Our next match is the Headbangers taking on D'Lo and Mark Henry. I can't hope the Headbangers we have gone by this point.
Yeah, we have in the process while you were away started to call them like they started calling the Viking Raiders on SmackDown.
Yeah.
We are now calling them the new vicious Headbangers because they've turned evil.
Oh no. They had their heel turn. Oh god. Yeah, the Headbangers mock the Outlaws. We've got dumbass Rockabilly, and that puppy dog Jerky James. I mean, stinging, absolute stinging insults from the headbangers there.
Rock gets arrested.
Of course he does. Jim Ross says, I know you lot love the internet. StoneCold.com will be launched tomorrow with a live netcast with Steve Austin. I don't know what any of that means. Really? What's a live netcast? Is that what we're doing now? We'll change the show. It's welcome.
This isn't live.
The next live show we do, you have to call it a live netcast.
How
does this match end? Does this match end?
Yeah. No, Kane double chokeslam to D'Lo and Mosh. This demon cannot be contained.
Yeah,
Owen Hart has been requested to come to the ring by Dan Severn. Because Owen Hart nearly killed. Owen Hart did the power driver to Dan Severn and KO'd him.
Did he? Oof.
Yeah, which leads to, I don't believe they meant to do it. Yeah. But it led to the ambulance not being there when Vince needed the ambulance. So they had to wait for one. Owen came to announce that he's no longer an active WWF wrestler and has retired. Dan Severn comes out wearing a collar, says he's not here to get an apology from Owen. He's to let Owen know that he's not fooling anyone with the blue blazer gimmick. And he called Owen scum. Owen shoves him down and hits him with a clothesline.
Nice.
And then Steve Blackman with a neck injury. Away.
Good job, Owen. God, Steve, attacking a retired man, that's out of order. Yeah, after the break, Blackman's watching over Severn as he's taken away in the ambulance. Blackman attacks Owen Hart again, but then the Blue Blazer attacks Blackman. What the hell's happening?
Who is the Blue Blazer?
It's an absolute mystery. I thought JR ruined it for all of us earlier when he told us that it was Owen, because look at the nose, but we'll never know for sure. The cage is being brought down, and then seemingly to lead to our match between Austin and the Boss Man, but we don't really get that, do we?
It's not meant to be Austin the Boss Man. Austin the Boss Man is Survivor Series.
Oh yeah, this is the Stooges, isn't it?
Yeah, this is someone's going to serve hard time, and Ross and King were like, "Is it going to be me? We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. It's not our fault." And all through the night, but I knew something was going on with this cage because the cage looked off.
Right.
The cage had looked burnt and everything around in certain parts of the thing, so you knew something was going to happen because they obviously had trialed what was going to happen in the night prior to the show, but they hadn't cleaned the cage because the parts of the cage in the middle all looked burnt.
Oh no, lads.
Like eagle-eyed me that doesn't really pay attention to a lot of things that are going on in the ring sometimes, to pay attention to me going on outside the ring. Noticed that. And then the Boss Man standing in the ring.
Yeah.
And then all the Stooges in the ring. And then suddenly it's the Boss Man versus the Stooges.
What the hell? To end Monday Night Raw. Austin comes out. I'm guessing. And then we get, and then obviously Kane comes out, as you mentioned, the fire. Undertaker comes out as well with Paul Bearer. And then Kane just sets the whole thing on fire, does he?
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing we get a big brawl between everyone involved.
And that's how the night ended.
Yeah. Brilliant. I'm going to have to go back and watch this because I haven't seen it. And it sounds wild, to be honest. Like, you put those guys involved. I was really bored of Austin and Undertaker, but if Kane's setting things on fire around them, then I'm kind of back in for that. That is our show for this week. Your match of the night, Manny.
It's gonna have to be the 6-man because they're nothing. If a match had a finish, it generally was shit.
Yeah,
aka Droz and Road Warrior Hawk. or the match end was DQ'd because of Kane. I'm gonna go with the beginning of this 6-man at the open up Raw with the Outlaws and X-Pac.
Yeah,
Gangrel
against the
One
Brood. Yeah, that's kind of 6 guys that are kind of upper mid card at this point, and we'll have some good sort of back and forth brawls for the next couple of years, basically. Your MVP?
I'm gonna say Vince, mainly because of what he said to Cornette. That was the funniest thing ever.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go for The Rock because at this point I'm trying to put myself back into the mind of the young me watching this. I would have thought that Rock is a massive baby face, and I was fully into him winning that title. And then I remember him screwing Mankind. Spoilers: he screws Mankind out in the main event. Absolutely livid with him. So at this
I
point,
still thought he was a bad guy at this point.
Because of the nation stuff.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he fully turned yet.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. He's on the crowd are cheering for him, but he's not like the people's champion, is he, at this point? Like, really?
Yeah.
But I thought he would get to. But yeah, there we go. That is our episode of Raw. We will be back hurtling towards Survivor Series, which hopefully we'll be able to do a live stream of and go back and watch it. You can join us to watch it as well. And the place to do that will be on the Sharpshooters YouTube channel, which is where you're watching this right now. So hit that subscribe button down there somewhere. Hit the like button for this episode. Hit the little bell so you get all the notifications when the episodes go live, like I do, so you don't miss a show. Any Manny and Marcus show on Tuesday or Thursday. The Saturday show with Eric as well, and then the Wednesday show, and then Raw's Restaurant on a Friday, and then all the new stuff that's coming as well. Eric's doing sort of little look back videos, or his Steam Deck video was pretty cool as well. It kind of got me interested in a Steam Deck, which I hadn't been previous.
I didn't watch it, and I refuse to watch it because he does not watch the stuff I do, and and out of pettiness, I'm not going to do it because what I produce for the show takes forever.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. We need to get some contracts laid out here that we all must watch each other's content, because that's not on, Eric. Come on.
That takes forever. And then I'm
going to get Vince's lawyers on this.
Yeah, I then try and find new ways to make it seem funnier with new clips so it doesn't seem old. So...
Yeah, I mean, Eric, get on board, mate. Watch all these shows. Come on. You're not watching this anyway. I don't know who I'm talking to. But you can catch us on we're all in Facebook at the Midcard Mess. We're on Twitter at Sharpies Network. Make sure you like us on there. Give us a follow. We'll follow you back.
Yeah, give us a follow. We are trying to be better at social media with this.
Yeah, it's tough. We've all got things going on and podcasts to do and lives.
We've all got life going on. We all have life going on.
Life is busy. But yeah, and email the show at thesharpshooters@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with another episode of Raw is Retro. And until then, Manny, only one thing left to do. Bye!